Hey, how's everyone doing? No, I haven't done a video in a while, but here we go. So, I'm going to give me about 5 minutes to change your mind on something. Here it goes. So, I'm going to read a passage from Matthew. And what I'm going to begin to do in the next series of videos that I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with some hard passages. I'm going to deal with some hard words. Because one of the things, let me just say this. I heard a statement recently that really jarred me a bit. And it didn't jar me to the point where I'm like, wow, buddy, you really need to get your stuff straight. It jarred me to the point, it jarred me in a way where I was like sad, like, wow. Um, and so I'm going to go into this because here's the thing. There are people right now, literally, that have been so confused as myself as well, because I have been confused as well. And we're all on a journey and we're all growing. None of us have all this figured out 100%, but some of us are more so than others. And, just going to put some things out here. The statement is that the Bible has to be lying to us. And the reason why they said that the Bible was lying was, now listen to me, watch this now. Because some of you right now may be like, how's that? They can't say that. Here's why. Because they were like, there's no way. They're struggling with this. Wow. How can God be this punitive, destructive, vengeful person? They're battling with that. Now, to me, that saddens me because we should not battle with that. If you're battling with that, listen, let me just tell you something. When you approach the Bible, if you approach the Bible outside of the lens of Jesus, you emphatically will be getting some things wrong. So let me move over real quick to Luke. Well, I don't have time to move to Luke because Luke 24, read it. In Luke 24, Jesus on the road of Emmaus makes this clear statement to his disciples, and they didn't even know it was him. And Jesus says, all the law and the prophets, all, A-L-L, there's that cuss word, all, speak about him. So I'm just going to throw some things out here. Let's look at some things. Did Jesus ever drown anybody? Did Jesus ever set anybody on fire? Did Jesus set a city on fire? Pretty quiet. Jesus was a friend to sinners. How do you get that title? Wow. And then there's how we define sinners, right? It is not defined the way that they defined it in the Jewish context. Trust me on this one. All right, watch this. Matthew 25:46 says this. These will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous into eternal life. Now, there's two words right here that's dropped in there, and this is out of a parable. First of all, in the New Testament, when Jesus is speaking, Jesus is using parables. And these parables are stories that lend to a theme. Okay. Now, one thing we've done horrible in our American westernized context is we've literalized many parables, and that is wrong. I'm going to say it again. That's wrong. I'm going to say this again. If you're reading the Bible and seeing it outside of the lens and scope of Jesus, Jesus said this, if you've seen me, you have seen the Father. Jesus is the perfect image and representation of who the totality of God is. So anything that God is ever going to do, you can see it and track that in the very nature of Jesus. If Jesus doesn't do this, then you can bank on it that God's not doing it either, because Jesus is the nature of the fullness of who God is. The wrath of the Lamb. It's a play on words, guys. Listen, we're trying to take an ancient text and you're trying to put your stupid 21st century Western context on it. Stop it. It's wrong and it's hurting people. All right. So they get this horribly wrong when they say punishment. It's not punishment, okay? It's actually mean correction. All right. So when you click on synonyms, okay? Now, Understand? Yeah, see this? So, why do I show you that? You can do this too. This is not relegated to a secret that I have some special insight. No, you can do this, okay? So, it actually is correction. And it quotes, this one here differs from 2851 definition, this is Colossus, differs from the definition of tomorrow, okay, 5098, because 2851, the Greek number for this definition, is disciplinary and has reference to him who suffers, while the other one is penal, vengeance, revenge, and has reference to the satisfaction of him who inflicts it. So the second definition is not what Jesus is using. When Jesus said these shall go away into eternal, and I know what you're saying, eternal is afterlife. Really? Then why did Jesus say eternal life is to know the Father? Throw that into the afterlife. Because if eternal is afterlife as what you have said it from, again, your traditions of men, Western 21st century context, then that would mean, hey, we're all good because we can't know the Father until after we come out of this body anyway. So nobody's going to rose forever. Didn't think of that one, did you? Okay, so let me just help you. Eternal literally means the nature, listen, it's the quality of the life of God for the here and now. They did not view eternal as an afterlife concept. It was life that was here and now, and it will go on into after you have passed out of this life into the next. But it is the life of God that is continuing, not something weird and different afterwards. No, the life of God that continues. It starts here. It redeems here and then continues. So when Jesus said eternal, it's actually eternal correction. And again, eternal in their context, in the proper context here. And what it means, it is the quality of life of God here and now, not something after. So when Jesus said eternal punishment, he was talking about correction of life that will happen here and now. So I hope this has helped somebody. Be blessed. Have a great day. And remember, you are loved.